Hey guys, my name is Ruth, and on this channel we talk about practical ways on how to earn more, save better, and grow your money for the regular 9 to 5 worker. So if that's something that you find interesting, stay tuned. So today we're going to be talking about saving on a low income, and I'm going to share with you guys 3 practical tips that you can start using today, plus a bonus tip. So let's just get straight into the video. So the first tip is to save money first. Now what I mean by saving money first is that after you've calculated your essential bills, whatever money is left over, pay yourself first, okay? And then use the remaining budget to deal with your non-essential expenses. So why that's important is because if you do it the other way around, and after you've paid your essential bills and then you sort out your non-essential expenses, you're probably going to have a little bit left at the end of the month, like most people do, or don't have any money left at the end of the month. And this is where a lot of people feel like, I don't have enough money to save, or the money I have is too little. I would say if you do it the other way around, figure out your essential expenses first, and then your budget left over, carve out some savings that would help you save every month, regardless of however much it is. So some months could be higher than others. Some months you could only save £5, a pound, and other months you'd be able to save £100, £200. But I believe that regardless of however much you save, building the habit of saving money every single month is more vital to you than the actual money that you're saving in the beginning. Because once you get to that habit of saving, you're going to want to save naturally. You're even going to start figuring out ways of saving more. For example, you may think, oh, rather than me going to buy coffee outside, I can make my coffee at home. Rather than trying to buy lunch every day at work, you can take pack lunch to work, stuff like that. And with that, your mindset shifts from oh, it's too hard for me to save some money, I don't have enough money, to how would I be able to figure out ways to cut back on things that and use that extra money to save. Now when I mean cut back, I don't mean live like you're extremely frugal and live like you're living on an extreme cheapskate. Not that frugal, but you're still frugal enough to be able to live a decent life, you know, but also save as well. So in a nutshell, all in all, I would say save first, treat it as a self-tax, because you pay your taxes to the tax man, you pay your bills to the company, the bill companies, and you also pay your pension, like I do and many other people do. You pay your pension into a pension pot. So why not pay yourself as self-tax? So that would be your personal savings, and that is pretty much an investment or savings for your future self. So the second tip is to use effortless saving hacks. Okay, I started doing this about a year or 2 ago. Game changer. When I mean game changer, so the one thing I would say just to get started, which is very simple, is a penny or a pound challenge. I would say a penny challenge, because remember, we're already saving monthly. We need to think of other ways of saving money as well, that isn't necessarily just once a month. We can drip save throughout the whole month. So the concept of a penny challenge, a pound challenge is so cool, because you can save money every day without thinking about it, and it's automatically done for you with your bank. So the one that I use is Monzo, but I know that other companies do it, like Plum do it as well. If you don't really know what a penny challenge is or a pound challenge, it's the same concept. But penny challenge basically is each day, so you start from day 1, the bank will take £1 from your current account and put it into a little savings pot. So on day 1 it'll take 1 penny, on day 2 it'll take 2 pennies, on day 3 it'll take 3 pennies, and so on till you get to 365 days in a year. And on the 365th day of the year it will take £3.65. So I think at the end of it all, I think I had about 665 or stuff like that pounds. And let me tell you, I used that last year to supplement my sinking fund for my car insurance and breakdown coverage, because I started paying it once a year just to save a bit of extra money. It was a game changer because I kind of had a lump sum that I can supplement with my sinking fund, and it just made saving so simple, because at one point I forgot that I was saving that money on the side. And then at the end of the year, when I was paying my car insurance, I just remembered, oh, I have another little savings pot somewhere. So I just went and took the money from there and utilized it, because in my head I had my mindset, I'm not going to touch that money, and that money's going to be used for a specific thing, and that thing was to supplement my sinking fund for my car insurance and for my breakdown coverage. So I would say that's simple, easy way to save money all the time. Second thing I would say is using the roundup feature in your bank account. So I presume all bank accounts, or most bank accounts, have a rounding up feature, and I personally put on the rounding up feature on all my debit cards. So putting on this feature helps me save money when I spend money. This is just a great way of saving money without you thinking about it. And you'd be surprised how much money you save at the end of the year. All these little 10p here, 50p here, 90p here. So those are the two hacks that I use personally. And I feel like they're very, very simple ways. They're more of like a set and forget method. So funny enough, a colleague of my work introduced me to the penny challenge. So yeah, it was interesting, and ever since she told me about it, I started doing it, and it's great. And I tell everybody about the penny challenge, like, do the penny challenge, you can save a little bit of money. The funny thing is that even if in the entire year all you do is the penny challenge, you've saved about £665 in 1 year that you would have otherwise not have saved £0 at all. So even if you leave this video and the only thing you start doing today is the penny challenge, you would have at least saved something towards your savings pot. So every little helps. Tesco slogan. And I feel like something's better than nothing. £1 is better than nothing. £10 is better than nothing. So the third tip is to save money in separate pots. Now, ever since I started saving money in separate pots, it's been easier to save money and achieve my target for different things a lot easier than having one lump sum of money and trying to mentally picture, oh, this amount of money is for this and this amount of money is for that. Also, it gives you opportunity. Like some months you may want to water more pots more than others. It's such a good way to have designated savings for designated things. So psychologically, it kind of helps you to feel, oh, okay, I've saved this for this and it's going to that. Not that I've saved money in general and it's just going to whatever and I feel stressed because now I have to replenish the entire pot. A lot of people refer to it as sinking funds, which I feel like is a cool name, sinking fund. The sinking funds are literally just funds that are designated for predetermined purchases that you have. So let's say in a year time, you know that you have to pay your car insurance. Okay, you need to save, I don't know, £1,000 for your car insurance. You save that over the year. So when you get to the end of the year or whenever you need to do your car insurance, you already have the money for it already. You don't have to think about, where do I take out the money from? Oh, my days, I need to dip into my savings. Oh, I need to use a credit card to do it. Oh, I need to go into overdraft to do it. Listen, you already have it planned already in advance. Your emergency fund is for things that you didn't plan for. That's what your emergency fund is. But it's always good to have different sinking funds. I personally have benefited from having a sinking fund, and it really changed the way I feel about finances. I don't feel as stressed about predetermined big purchases I have to make because I've already planned for it over a year. It gives me time to spread out the financial burden over a longer period of time rather than trying to have to think of where to get the money within a month. So now we're going to talk about the bonus tip, and the bonus tip is do not get sucked into lifestyle inflation or lifestyle creep. Okay, so what I mean by lifestyle inflation is, for example, if you get like a pay rise at work, or if you are starting a side hustle, and let's say you're starting to generate a little bit more income, there is an urge or like a natural feeling to want to splurge on something or want to upgrade your lifestyle because more money is flowing in. Now, this is where a lot of us get it wrong, including myself, is that, you know, you get a little bit of pay rise or you get a little bit of extra income coming in, and then you want to like upgrade your whole entire lifestyle because more money is coming in, and then you realize you're in the same position as you were before when you're making less money. That's because your income is equaling your expenses. Okay, and that's not how it should be. We should try and maintain a lifestyle beneath our means. So we should never ever live above our means. So cut your cloth according to your size, or cut your size according to your cloth. I don't know what the saying is, but you understand what I'm trying to say. I would say either save the money, invest the money, or invest in yourself. That may mean, you know, use a little bit of that money to buy yourself some extra books to learn, or to buy like a course online. Or when I mean a course online, I'm not talking about like crazy expensive courses. I believe in budget friendly courses, because even if you want to learn how to make more money, learn like a high income skill, I don't think it's worth spending thousands of pounds on courses. I would say go into like a budget friendly place that you can have access to so many courses, things like Udemy, Coursera, stuff like that. That's what I mean. Please do not go and spend your money on lots of £10,000 courses, £1,000 courses. I do not believe in those. I believe the internet is free in this day and age, 2026. So this is kind of off topic, but 2026, where there's the internet I know sometimes we're in this microwavable time generation where we don't want to spend the time looking for things and searching for things. We want things now. I get it. But even if you do want to go the route of paid resources, use something that gives you your best bang for buck. But I feel like still to this day, the best investment is in yourself, in your skills, in your knowledge, is the best way to increase your income exponentially, because the one thing that can't be taken away from you is your mind, is your brain, is your knowledge, is your wisdom, is things that you build for yourself. And with that, you can always rebuild, build on, build again your life. So even if things crumble and goes into abyss, as long as you have your wisdom and knowledge up there that you've built over time, you can always still bounce back. So yeah, I don't know, that's so random and off topic. I hope you found this video useful. I understand the struggle of trying to save. You know, it's still a struggle, you know, trying to save money, because I'm a biomedical scientist working at NHS. It's not like a high paying job. So I do understand the struggles. And this is the reason why I wanted to start a channel, because I wanted to share tips, practical tips that regular 9 to 5 workers with regular jobs who don't have crazy high income jobs will be able to save more money. And also, I'm into increasing my income. I've literally just written a book. I put that on Amazon. Like, I've created a digital product. So I've been dabbling different things, and it's something I really want to share with you guys as regular 9 to 5 workers, because there is hope. Sometimes I feel like we just bury our head in the sand, or it may feel like we can never get ahead sometimes because we don't have enough money. If we figure out more ways of increasing our income outside of our 9 to 5, figure out ways of saving a lot better, invest our money in the simplest way that has a good return, that isn't too complex, I feel like our financial situation will be a lot less stressful. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Oh, that's a bit cringe. Please like, share, and subscribe, and share this video with anyone who you feel like will find this very, very useful. So yeah, on to our next video. Bye, guys.